Hello everyone. The purpose of this video is to talk about text field delegates. And you may recall that in class we created the project that looked like this, and we had the rather embarrassing situation where we had to take our button and put it right up here in the middle of the screen, because if we put it down here, when the user clicked in A or B, the keyboard would arise, block the button, and there was no way to get rid of the keyboard. So we're going to discuss now how we can get rid of the keyboard. The situation involves something called delegates, which we had talked about in class on Friday. And a delegate is another object that an object can consult when it isn't sure what to do in a particular situation. So for example, let us suppose that a keyboard has arisen because you have clicked in a text field. When you press the return key, the text field isn't sure what to do, so it must consult its delegate. A delegate is any object that supports a particular protocol. A protocol is like an interface. So the first thing we are going to do is wander over to our file's owner, which you will recall is a calculator. And in the .h file, we are going to indicate that not only is calculator a subclass of NSObject, but it is also a UITextField delegate. That means that it will define one or more methods in the UITextField delegate protocol. In fact, there's only one that we need to worry about. And so let's just jump over to our .h file here and go ahead and define it. So this is going to be of type bool, and it will be text field should return. And the text of this, the content of this method is fairly standard, and we will now write it. The first thing that we have to say is we have to tell our text field that it should resign as first responder. When we do this, the keyboard will, at that point, retreat, and then we should indicate that we have handled the situation by returning yes. So now we have written our method here, our delegate method. So again, calculator.h is a delegate. It can be consulted by a text field when the text field senses that it needs to do so. To make the connection then, so here is our text field A, and if you right click on it, you will see all of its outlets. It has one called the delegate, and we will now join this to the file's owner. And so when, again, you click in A and the keyboard arises and you press the return key, the text field says, I'd better ask my delegate. The delegate is the file's owner, and it invokes the method text field should return. The text field is told to resign first responder, and that causes the keyboard to go away. Let's go ahead and finish this up. Let's do this with B as well. So I will, this time I'm going to use a shortcut. I hold down the control key, drag from B to the file's owner, and then release it, and I want the outlet. Remember, this is the text field's outlet. Just like our calculator has outlets, text fields themselves have outlets, meaning they can connect to other objects in a nib file. We make it the delegate, and let's go ahead and run the project. What numbers do I feel like adding? Oh, I don't know. How about 100 and 200? Now when I click on the return key, the keyboard goes away, as it did not before. I seem to have made 200 to 2000. Nonetheless, I'm confident that I can do the calculation correctly, and there it is. So when you are working on your project for Monday, the one that involves calculating forces, now you have the ability to create your text fields here, and you can put the button in a more aesthetically pleasing location. If you have any questions about this video, you know where to find me.